stones. Neil.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Wendy, for inviting us here today. Yes Stones has been going for quite a while now. Most of you will be familiar with the fact that there's thousands and thousands of people all over the world part of the Facebook group. We paint the message for independence in so many different ways. We are a kind of contribution to the artists, the poets, the musicians for the Yes movement. And so the stones are absolutely free. You can help yourself to one. You'll find some of them have got initials on them. You can share your findings and replace them elsewhere. You can keep them as mementos. We're all over the place in Scotland. We're always at events. We're always at marches. Sometimes at demonstrations. So we've been at Colonial HQ in Edinburgh. We've been at Baz Lane. We're always to be found in these places. We've actually had the Yes Slates out and about for over 3 years now. Our very first contribution was on Brexit Day 2020, when we decided we'd introduce them to the public. We went down to Gretna Green on Brexit Day. We didn't realise that the Unirati were a wee bit disturbed by this activity until the night before, when one of our members who lives in the Borders got a knock at the door from the police looking for information about how many of us were coming down, how we were getting there, what we were going to be doing. And so that early indication to us was that there was going to be a reception committee. Behind the scenes, we knew something was going to happen, but we didn't know what. So when we arrived in Gretna Green, I don't know if you've ever been there, there's a very, very unusual monument there. It's one of the rare pieces of unionist art there is. In fact, I think it's the only one. So they created a cairn there at Gretna Green, just off of the main road. This was going back about 6 years ago or something. They called it the Old Acquaintance, and they expected flocks of people to sort of go on a pilgrimage to this cairn and leave stones to say how great the Union was. Well, it quickly fell through. The cairn became very neglected, and I don't know if anyone's been here recently, but when we arrived that day, we had a quick look at it, and obviously the Unionists thought we were going to take that cairn over for a day. So they covered it, absolutely covered it, in little sticks of Union Jacks. And when we saw that, it still reminds me of that image that you get in your head of a dog poo on the ground with a wee Union Jack in it. Well, that's exactly what was right. So we decided we wanted nothing to do with this cairn. And so we left the Unionists who were there, all alone, in the woods, with our wee cairn, and we went out the main road, and we displayed the Yes Slates for the first time. We laid them out on the grass embankment, and we got a tremendous reception. There were loads of people going past. We had 6 police officers guarding us that day. And ever since then, in fact, the Slates have been very, very popular. Probably the best event was that one in Gretna, but they've been really popular wherever we've been. And we intend to take them further afield as well. So if anyone wants a display at any point, we've got that available. The last thing I want to talk to you about is we've also got an art display, which is by many of the same sort of artists. So it's permanent paintings that are available for an art display for Yes Hubs or art galleries, anything like that. So I'll just wind up now. So I've just been reminded that what we do now as well is we take donations wherever we go. And so we always give these donations to local food banks. It's a sad state of affairs that unfortunately that's where we are in Scotland. So the last time in Glasgow, just so everyone knows, from donations alone we made about £1,300, which went to food banks across Scotland. So the stones are free to take away, but if you want to give a wee donation, that's where it's going. It will be going to a food bank somewhere around about here. Thank you very much, everyone.
Well done.